I have to agree very strongly with that. So when you look back at the things that you did when you were younger, and it could just literally be like a year ago, right? Or months ago, and you'll look back and you'll think of how you thought and how you reacted to things and all sorts of stuff like that. And you'll just go, oh my God, I can't believe that I did that or thought that way or was that person and stuff. Like, I'm definitely somebody that's like, I don't know, I've gone through many different stages of like having to, I guess, like adapt to the changes of life and stuff. Cause like I have a lot of medical conditions, as some of you guys know. So whenever I've gone through like particularly bad times with like my medical conditions and stuff, I have gone through very enlightening situations that make me look back on like my past self and go, man, I was a complete cunt. Um, but now that I've experienced this, I know better and like, grow from it and shit. But at the same time, I can't change who I was in the past. That was what I was with the knowledge that I had and the perspective that I had. So it's unfortunately always a part of my past, even if it's crappy. The only good thing is that you can at least like learn and you can at least like become, become better. That's how I would say it. If you look at your past and you cringe, try to become better. That's not really like a good thing to say, but it's like that's the only thing you really can say to it. Bowman's having a tantrum because he slept on the ground. Mate, I lifted up some beds because we'd be moving soon. And oh wow, they have like nothing in here. Did somebody actually take the time to stack stuff? Yeah, somebody took the time to stack stuff. That's why we've got fucking nothing around here. So what if I told you I am cringe, but I am free? That's perfectly fine. I am at the moment probably my realest self I've ever been. And I do find it interesting. A lot of the time I get like, I don't know, I get like a interesting selective variety of hate for being myself. And a lot of people think that I'm fake or, you can't be that nice or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Right. But at the same time, I'm completely openly myself and weird and whatever. And it's nice. It's just really weird sometimes when like people enjoy me being me. That can sometimes be a little bit strange. But I've fucking learned to accept it. I don't know. I think I've said this in the past before, but like I did spend like a fair amount of time growing up trying to be who my family wanted me to be. And, sometimes I'd encounter people that just didn't like me. And I'm like, okay. But I'd feel like shit because I'm like, you don't even know that this isn't the real me. And then as like I decided to one day just be me, and everybody that did know me absolutely fucking hated the real me because it wasn't who they'd come to know, because that was who my parents wanted me to be. Well, yeah, it took a fair bit of fucking effort to keep being myself, keep being as fucking weird as I naturally am. But at the same time, I honestly don't regret that at all. I'm so friggin' glad that I made the effort to just be me. The only thing is, I really wish that I hadn't waited so long. That's the only thing. That's the only one thing that I kind of regret, that I didn't do it sooner, and that I probably wasted probably 10, 15 years of my life extra being somebody that I wasn't. But the real thing for me was that I almost died from my medical conditions. And because I went through that experience and I looked at how I was living and I looked at how my parents are living and my grandparents are living, and I looked at my parents and I thought they have been pretending to be somebody that they think that my grandparents want them to be for 60 years. And I don't think I can pretend to be who they want me to be for 60 years or until however long it takes them to pass away so I can be me. And then what, I get to be me for 20 years maximum? No, I just, no, thank you. So I just fucking stopped right then and was just me. And yeah, it is very hard to do that. But at the same time, like, it also showed me right then who actually was there for me. It also showed me who, I guess, the real people in my life were. And that was also really hard because you go through a point where you lose a lot of people that you thought were your friends and your family, and you've got to remember they never were your friends or family in the first place. That's the main thing. You just got to remember that. Once you can kind of look at it that way, it becomes a lot easier to deal with. Oh yeah, proud of you for being strong. Thank you. I don't tend to, like, I do go into like deeper topics here and there, like just randomly, but like I don't always go into stuff like this just because like it could be really hard to just say it without, I don't know, it seeming like it's got a purpose or something behind it or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I think if you've been through it, especially if you've been through a situation where you've literally almost fucking died, and you just get to a point where who gives a fuck? Like, you guys hear me talk about it all the time. Like, I literally talked about it over summer, how like I was in such a bad way medically from like the extreme heat and everything that like I just talked about how I just literally couldn't pee. And then when we got the air conditioner and when I finally like caught up with all of my hydration treatments, yeah, I couldn't stop fucking peeing for like 24 hours. I don't give a fuck. Like, whatever. It's just part of my life. You guys get to experience that with me. In real time. No, I was going to say I'm like in real time on the bathroom or something. It's like, hey, mate. No, I won't do that to you. But yeah, I'm still not going to fucking pretend it didn't happen, though. I have some water, though. As a chosen family. I agree with that. Chosen family is a big thing. Let me have some water. Hold on. Hey, we got a supplier. What is it? Peeing is a good thing. Everybody should do it. Thank you for the hydrate. I will hydrate again. Hey, Sammy's coming in. I've got a VIP called Sammy, but this is an ally. I don't want to, I do, but I'd like to see if that comes in as a non-ally first. Make a mental note of where they came from, just in case. Normally, if they come in and are traded, they'll come back later. So I'll get another chance later if I want to. But, yeah, generally speaking, chosen family stuff, I genuinely agree with that. I have basically a no contact situation with my family, and they are denied access to me by me because I won't let them have access to me. But because of that, I have actually found that I have got some amazing relatives that I never knew were the way that they were. And I only found out after removing myself from the toxic family. And yeah, I got to kind of remake my close circle of friends and family and stuff through all this. But mind you, I'm not saying this is easy shit. Fuck no, it's not. It is really, really difficult to see people that have been a part of your life for like 20 something years just vanish and be like, oh, okay, I was dying, but that was uncomfortable for you. So cool. Nice to know. You know? But yeah, I don't know. It's no secret. I've got a lot of fucking medical conditions and shit. So I go through like ups and downs, and all of it I don't really keep from stream and stuff. So if I'm having like medical problems or whatever, you guys will hear about it. Like literally in 2 weeks, I've got to go get like my tests done because I couldn't do them last month because the doctor was actually really great. He was like, you basically are in the poorest fucking condition because of summer. I'm not gonna take your test now. I'll let you like recover for a month. Then you come back in and get them done. And that way we have like an idea of what's going on and stuff. And I'm like, cool. But that means I've actually got to do it this month. So I've got to go back and do a whole bunch of tests. But yeah, I'll take a couple of days off or whatever for all of that because it's just gonna mess up when I can sleep and when I can stream. So what's that? Gotta love Twitch auto approval. What do you mean? What are you getting auto approved for over there, Anne? What are you getting auto approved for? I want to know. Um, what's that? Staring at me? No, seriously, what? Um, let's see. What's that? Lurk? What? Lurk 2.0? I love how like you let me know something and then you 100% just go to lurk. Qulin does it too, and it's like the old bait and switch kind of thing. It's like you say something and I really want to know, and then you're gone, and I'm like, okay, then I'll wait, maybe. So now I'm at the emote itself. Oh wait, your next set of emotes that you were getting done, right? You're doing. Is that what you mean? Oh yeah, I get it. I get it. When you uploaded them, they were automatically accepted. I follow it. I fucking figured it out. It's alright. Everybody stop panicking. I do want to sell some of these like wooden stuff. I get the same thing, honestly, when I upload my emotes and stuff. They normally just go straight through. It's supposed to be that you've got like a good standing and your shit's not like weirdly inappropriate kind of stuff, that makes them sit there going, oh, I don't know. We'll have to have a look at that later. Why have I got... No, I don't have bows. Let's stay strong. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a few years now. I think this is my third year without my family. Family, and it's been longer since the friends that I used to have. But yeah, every so often, I don't know about you guys if any of you go through this, but every so often I have times when my brain tries to trick me into thinking that I had a really great relationship with them and that I lost something amazing. And then I actually sit down and have a think. And I have a think about like the actual truth of it. And I remember how like, one-sided or toxic it actually was, just to remind my brain that that's not how it was. I've got a masterwork here that... Oh, that's right, I was moving it. Gotta go to bed. Hope to catch you another time. No worries, Cry. I stream 5 days a week, 10 a.m. till 2 a.m. So I'll be live this time tomorrow night. It'll be my random game night, so I'm not sure what I'll be playing, but hopefully I'll see you sometime again soon. And get some sleep. Thank you for hanging out, though. I've got to, like, rearrange these in a way that's not a fucking mess. But yeah. Speaking of, I actually got sleep today. I actually fell asleep at an appropriate time and woke up at an appropriate time. And I had kind of okay sleep in between. I had really bad acid reflux. That was like, I had spicy food before I went to sleep. That's my fault. But yeah. If it wasn't for that, I think I would have got a really good night's sleep. So the other thing too is I think I've pretty much pulled up almost all the food and stuff. I'm going to leave this small area and kind of just move some of these down. So I want to pick up some of these. I know that feeling. Something I feel guilty yet. I know I did nothing wrong. Yeah, it's really difficult because sometimes the chemicals in your brain like to tell you that this was, especially when it's family. A family happens to have like a more chemical kind of hold over you. Not you specifically, Grim, but just in general on people, because that's kind of the point, so that you don't like kill each other kind of thing, or parents don't abandon their kids, which they still do, but less likely to because chemicals. But yeah, it can kind of sort of trick your brain into thinking that things were different when, if you actually stop and think about it like, a logical person, you'll find that it doesn't. I really do think I've only got just enough of these benches to move down. I was hoping to just lift all of what I could, and that way I've only got this small area going for winter, because I'm pretty much almost done with this space. These ones over here, I need to just zoom in, and all these, I need to uninstall them. I'm pretty sure they might come and uninstall them as they go, but if they're active, and still being in use like this, I did find that my colonists will not leave them the fuck alone to actually, you know, lift them up and uninstall them. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to the fact that I am probably within the month of salvation no longer existing. It's a really weird feeling since it's been almost a year. But yeah, be very cool. Very cool to move everybody up and over to Qulin, have only one location, and then once we're up there, we got to move to the next one. So pretty much Salvation was the only location where we could have an extended period of time to kind of just build and just be. Whereas from now on, it's going to be basically bunny hopping our way all the way up to the end location. So I also need to bring one of these things down here for this area. It's about there should do it. And I'm pretty sure these are set to uninstall. There we go. I've also got a few animals. I have managed to catch some. There won't be any food here, and I'm pretty sure these bastards will probably get severely malnourished and shit during winter. My only problem is that if I can get the last muffalo that's wherever on this map, I'll probably set this up and maybe send out a small caravan into winter. I don't want to be traveling during winter, but I will still do it. As far as I'm concerned. If it helps, the other thing I should have done, and I forgot to click off it, was I was going to say not to rebuild these, but they did. Anything is this corner is now the only spot that's kind of vulnerable. So I kind of expect attacks to be coming in from here, or even just landing on there, because like you can have like anything land, crash land there, take out that, and then it's probably semi without turret range, depending on how it lands. But yeah, pretty much I could probably take down one of these, and I'll see about going to power. What I want to do is pretty much anywhere that has power that isn't like super connected, like over here is fine. That one's powering that lot and that's powering that way. I believe that. Anything I could think of would be to... No, that's connected to that. Everywhere in here, I guess, would be fine to kind of leave that. I have got fuck ton of little batteries here. They're all empty. What I'm going to say is deconstruct instead of actually, you know, lifting. Oh, we got Dan and Vivo. They're up here. They should be fine. Look, we got so many beds. I love seeing when people couple up because it, to me, equals one less bed required, which is nice, you know. The other thing too is once we've got this layout set up, it will help. Qulin, we were speaking of you before. I see that now. How you doing? It's specifically to catch you up, since you might be curious. I was just saying that it's like when you come in sometimes and you say something and then like leave it on a cliffhanger and then disappear. That's all I said. And it was in relation to you. But yeah. We were talking about like, I don't know. You know, when like you kind of want to know more kind of stuff. Sad when I make jolly. Let's take that out, prisoners. And so we only been talking about all the good stuff about you. Yeah, well, generally that is the case. Like, I don't shit talk anybody. Like, I'm not really interested in doing that kind of thing. Oh, I just woke up at 4:25 p.m. Nice. It sounds like a nice start to the day, though. I'll lift that and see if I can sell it. I don't think they want hospital beds, but you know, just in case they do, I have some normal quality hospital beds for them. Yeah, it sounds nice, kind of like getting up a bit later. I actually woke up around about the same time as that today. I have been trying to get my sleep schedule kind of back in the go kind of thing, you know. I'm gonna have to say some of these chairs up here are gonna have to lift up. Meow there. Yeah, and it's they're supposed to get installed anyway. I'll just lift them up, and I think this one's getting done as well. Let's cancel that. Let's just get rid of it, and we'll move some stuff around because I don't think I had the extra lights down here, but I can kind of figure out where I would put them. So I might as well steal the extra lights we have up here and move it down, you know. And considering the fact that I went to bed at 11, I still got like, what, 5 hours of sleep? That's pretty good though. I don't know, it depends. I find that like I do just fine with about 5 hours. I sort of always have, but each person is sort of different. So like if that's enough for your body, then yeah, you got plenty of sleep. If it's not quite enough for your body, then you know, you could be like tired and stuff. Do I have a door? Yeah, I do have a door there. Get that one built. I keep seeing that as an X. Yeah, usually speaking, like, I don't know, it's definitely changed since summer. I've got to address this. Since summer was so blindingly hot, my body doesn't tolerate as much shit as it did before summer. So, for instance, when it's like an uncomfortable temperature or I'm not feeling well, I go down faster, a lot faster than when I used to. Like last week when I didn't stream on Wednesday, I had slept and I woke up and I was exhausted and I went back to sleep and slept for like 36 hours in total or something. And I was still tired when I woke back up. Like, my body just doesn't recover as much since summer kind of like steamrolled me in a sense. So, while 5 hours used to be sufficient for me, it does seem like every so often my body just goes no now, which is really interesting because that's new. That's something that's interesting for me to kind of deal with. But in saying that as well, I will take better care of myself. I have come to realize that it is quite possible and quite capable to take like a day off every month if I wanted to, or if I needed to. Like, I know that doesn't sound like much. You gotta remember that's like one day out of like 25 days that I do stuff kind of thing. So like it's a start. It's a start for me kind of thing. It's like just knowing that it's possible and doable kind of thing, as opposed to like the mindset of, oh god, I can't miss a single day because what if, I don't know. There's the general sense of insecurity, I guess, that comes with perhaps being a streamer. I don't know if everybody gets it, but they're like, what if I take a day off and everybody just doesn't come back? Like, I know that's stupidly ludicrous. I understand that it's stupidly ludicrous, but the thought still happens. Also, is that a normal bed or medical bed? Let's get that as a medical. That's just realizing I don't actually have one of the two. No, thank you, Qulin. Yeah. Look, I'm still a fucking person with like general insecurities like that kind of thing. Like, I still worry that, like, you know, what if? I know where this is happening and I know why it's happening because you guys don't remove roofs. So, let's say that. Let's get you guys to stop what you're doing and work on the roof system first. Franklin, mate, do not do that. Do not do that. What did we just talk about, mate? Come over here. Get away from that particular cube. Alright. Now you can start removing roofs. I don't know. I love how they've taken down the walls, but not all of the actual electricals. I was just like, oh wow, they took down both, and then I had an actual look, and I'm like, no, they didn't. So there's that. There we go. They'll get us steel. I'm mostly after steel. That one's also steel. I'm gonna leave whatever the block ratio is here behind, and yeah, hopefully. Look, I know in the future I'll be able to get more marble blocks elsewhere. We have a lot. I could probably carry that with us. I don't know why silver's over there. Yeah. Do I not have a spot for silver to go into? That might actually be a fact. Hold on. Whereabouts is silver? It would be under... I actually don't know. Yep. Yeah. No, that accepts silver. I'll tell you what. Let me go make a little cube down there that says that it can't have silver on that particular square. Where the fuck am I? Hold on, zoom out a little bit. It was down here, so there we go. Oh, it is a square. It's its own square. Bastards. Don't do that. Don't allow anything. Just nothing. That's why that is there. I'm like, these crafty bastards. Roof collapsing. Esme got crushed. How about you guys not crush Esme, yeah? Esme zones. Yeah. Alright. They should be all gone, I think. Hopefully. You go off to hospital. Probably got like a cracked neck, don't you? 8 hours, head cut. Hopefully somebody tends to her. Yeah. Now, this is really interesting. I don't know, it's a little sad for me to see salvation being deconstructed and disappearing. Like, the other thing too is I also want to get rid of some of the dotted zones that I've got around the place. Even though I generally keep the markers pretty much until the end, I kind of just want to clear it up a little bit so I can see this place a bit easier. But yeah, we're pretty much getting down to probably the last couple of weeks where this location will exist and then it's gone. And it's abandoned forever kind of thing, because that's how I'm playing this. So Qulin will exist, and then we're going to have to... The only fun thing is I do have to find a new location after all this. So that is something to look forward to. It's just that, yeah, whenever I've got to pack up shop and leave, it's still kind of like a little sad. This is also winter. So all the crop zones are now gone, I think. Almost all of them. Yeah, it's auto-saving just as I did it. Of course it is. All right. Yeah, okay, so no crop zones anymore. And a heart got destroyed in battle long time ago, so I didn't fix that up. Nina's in a daze. Who's idle? Mitts and Ocelot. We've got plenty of animals for Ocelot, so a fox. I don't really think a fox is going to be a threat here. I do have some animals, but the only thing it could really hunt is like maybe a thrumbo calf or a panther cub thing, whatever, baby panther, whatever the fuck those things are. There's something, I'll tell you that much. Recreationally deprived, mate. That's up to you to entertain yourself. But yeah, this place is pretty much mostly pulled apart. The only thing I will have to do is I do have to call in for a trader, which I will do soon. I've nearly got everything I want up here lifted. Are these two going as well? I guess I didn't grab everything. How did I not select these? Were they limited? Doesn't matter. All the chairs can lift up. See if I can sell any of those. The coolers can destroy. Campfires can just destroy. Don't toggle it back on. All right, they can go. The lights in here, I think I got lights in there. I don't want to select them, but they can get destroyed because I don't want to carry them up as lights. Pretty much everywhere else has got little campfire doohickeys, and we're coming into winter, so we'll get the campfires underway. Get that up and running. And this will be frigid in here. The only problem is I'm going to have to probably leave the 4-8 coolers here. And I'm gonna see if I can pull up the silver and steel that's underneath here at the end. But essentially it's going to come down to about this kind of space and this kind of space kind of thing. I could probably barracks this out. Everybody's going to have a shit fit about it. But I could lift all the beds that I made, because I'm pretty sure we're down to only excellence. So I could make this without completely destroying the place if I wanted to pull up the floors and just make it a barracks sleeping location, or potentially even in the hospital I could do the same kind of thing. But yeah, there's nothing else here. I will start pulling up other kinds of floors. Oh, by the way, what's up, Qulin? Because this all will be like cloth and shit as well. So, what's about what you said earlier? Yeah. I have said a few things. But yeah, go on. I just don't know what in reference to until I've like find out. I don't know if they're also going to pick up these floors. Some of them are generally kind of lazy. But yeah, I don't have floors up here. We'll grab the floors out of this place. And that one doesn't have a floor. This is, I think, marble. Don't do that. Click off it. It is, yeah, marble. So we're going to have unsterile floors in the kitchens. We're just going to try to pull up whatever we can get out of the floors. And I guess same goes for hospital. Hospital's downgrading in quality. And I'm going to have to lift up what I can in the way of beds soon. And I'll have to call somebody over to get a sale on it. All right. This is pretty much mostly it. I had a dream to ban someone. You know what, Mirthless? I did ban somebody, but not today. So maybe it's not far off. You'll have to tell me about that though. Like, depends. If you feel comfortable here, you can go for it. If not, I'll hear about it from you in Discord. Also, feel free to shit talk me if you feel like it. I'm okay with it, but also tell me what. Also tell that to me so that I know how to improve. Oh no, I wouldn't do that. Like I don't. I understand people like kind of like humorously like shit talk each other and stuff. I don't personally like doing that. I kind of like, I grew up in a kind of household where everybody just kind of like talked behind each other's back, and I hate that shit. And like, if I genuinely have a problem with something, I'll say it to your face. I'll directly say it, and like it will be in a constructive way too, so that hopefully it's like not specifically insulting, but it's also like in a way that like you can understand why like there's an issue or something, you know? Like, yeah. Generally speaking, if I'm talking about somebody, like you'll normally find that it's normally a positive thing in general. Grim's the only one I kind of like speak of sometimes, and he knows that. But Grim's also my best mate. So, like, sometimes, like, I'll make, like, a joke out of nowhere, like in 7 Days the other day, it was, like, Grim likes thick meat, or something like that. And, like, technically speaking, as long as it's cooked, Grim does like thick meat, you know? He ain't probably gonna, like, complain about that. But, yeah, it's only because it's Grim. That's the only exception. See, Grim agrees. So,